No, in the 1930s, from 1931-32 onward, Winston Churchill warned Baldwin, who was then the Prime Minister, that Hitler was out to build up an army and an air force. But they took no notice of him. In fact, Baldwin sent him out of the cabinet. He was still an MP, but he had no say in it at all. And Baldwin himself owned a steel works in Birmingham, I think, and he was selling scrap steel, scrap iron, to Germany, and they were turning it into guns and bombs. And in 1938, not 1939, 1938, you got to such a pitch that we thought war was imminent, and they started digging trenches all around Nottingham, all around the other cities as well. And then that twit, Neville Chamberlain, went out to Berchtesgaden and met Hitler. Hitler came back with this flimsy bit of paper saying, "Peace in our time." But within 1939 we knew that the war was imminent. And of course it broke out in the September. I was 28 years of age. I was conscripted into the 7th Battalion of the Leicester Regiment. 1,000 men were trained on the Colleague Race course, a 3 months training. And then we were sent up on the coast, around the east coast of Britain, to guard against an invasion that never came. After we'd been doing this for about 2 years, we, the Leicesters, were sent up to Redcar in Yorkshire. While we were up there, there was a man, an Englishman, who had gone on the German side. William Joyce, his name was. But he got the nickname of Lord Haw Haw. And he used to come on the wireless every night. And one particular night he came on, he said, "There's Germany calling, Germany calling. All you servicemen from Nottingham and from Leicester, your 2 cities have been bombed to smithereens and all your loved ones are dead." Nice chap. Within half an hour, the colonel had called the whole battalion on parade. He said, "I've been on Nottingham, I've been on to Leicester," and he said, "The fellow's lying. They've not been bombed at all. I don't want any panic of soldiers. Get back to your duties." And of course he hadn't rung up, because Nottingham had been bombed, and 386 had been killed, but still we didn't know that. Anyway, the time came for us to go to India. And we all boarded a train at the station, and a train journey during the war was very, well, I'll tell you what happened, especially at night time. Although you had to go with the blinds down and there was only a dim light in the carriages, the fire from the engine used to give the train away. And the Luftwaffe, the German Air Force, their Messerschmitts used to spot a fire of an engine. And they go the whole length of the train, machine gunning it, and then drop bombs in front of the train. This was the hazard. You blew many a train up. But eventually we got to Liverpool, and we saw the ship we were to go to on the Cape Town Castle. A beautiful ship in peacetime, belonged to South Africa, the Castle Line of South Africa. But she was painted all over grey. And we went aboard along with the 2 other battalions. That means there were 3,000 men on board that ship. The top deck and the first and the second decks were for officers only. The dining room was on the second deck, and the libraries and all and there was a swimming pool at the back that had been covered over, and then the officers' cabins were on the 3rd deck. But the other 3 decks, 3,000 men had to sleep as best they could. I've always said the difference between officers and men in the British Army is disgraceful. I later became an officer myself, and I never altered my opinion.